What is going on, my super sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and back with another Hunter Battle Allstars tip, and this is one that's going to probably help you not be as frustrated as I was when I first started playing this game. Restricted quests. There's nothing more annoying than restricted quests. Now you might wonder, Rhymestyle, what the hell is a restricted quest? Well, if you go onto your strike missions, which is basically, again, this red button right here, you will notice there's a bunch of these quests that pop up that have these little exclamation points, triangle, sign things, these things. And if you go into the quest, let's go ahead and jump into this one, for example, Knuckle, the Knuckle mission. You'll notice these are all blacked out, and if I pick a character, I can't join the quest. What the hell's going on? Well, the reason why they do this is on top of the weekly quests that they release every single week, like for example, we go back to the regular ones, which are just basically ones without the triangle. They always release a little bit more difficult ones, but it's only because you can't rely on your main team, which is something that I really like about this game. It kind of makes you want to play with more than your standard cards that you have in this game. Now, what's annoying about playing restricted quests is the fact that we have no clue what the hell is restricted because the game is in Japanese. Now, if you speak Japanese, you probably understand, oh, okay, I'm supposed to do this and that. But in this situation, what restricted means is if you click onto one of these restricted quests, let's say that, let's go into an easy one. Let's do like, how about, no, not that one. How about, let's go into, where is here we go. How about this? That one. If we go inside restricted quest, if I click, oh, that's not my press. Let me go back 1 second. Excuse me. If I click this button, I believe, yeah, it tells you what the restrictions are. Now, in my situation, I can't read that. But what it is I believe one of these on top is the character types, so tankers, healers, wizards, stuff like that. And then the bottom one is system. Now, this is the one that's been confusing me the most. Now, if I look into, for example, let's actually back out of this. If I go into this quest, whoops. If I go into this quest, go back. If I go into this quest. Let's go into this one, for example, and I click on the one, like, if I see what's darkened out. So, for example, I know for this one, wizards can be used, but then again, this wizard can. The reason why is because even though wizards are allowed, for example, in this quest, this one's a different system, so that's why you can't use this one. But you can't use this one. Now, the confusing is what counts as what you can and can't use. That's the big challenge here. Well, if you go back, actually, I just discovered something. If I click this button, whoop, not that one. If I click this button and I click that, it actually lets me create the teams essentially there. So all you have to do, I actually just discovered this in this video. It's funny, it's a lot easier for me to do. If you don't know what you can and can't use, simply all you have to do is go into any of these restricted quests. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's do one. Let's do a meta one. You click this first button right here, and then when this pops up, you want to click this left button. After that, it takes you to the character creations or the character team setup, and from here you can basically choose who goes on your team. Now in this situation, I actually cannot use this meta one. He is banned, but I can use this meta one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create that. Let's team him up with Yuppie because I know this Yuppie adds a boost. We'll go in here, let's go ahead and let's do this tanker gone. So this mission seems to be very friendly towards tankers. Let's have, let's use you as support, and then for you, I want to use, how about Palm, because I know Palm is a decent support, I think. There, now we have our team, we can go back and do this quest, and let's do a 3-star one real fast, like that, and then from here we'll choose our character we can use. Let's go ahead and use, how about we use our buddy Moon here. And as you can see, this is the boost I'm getting. So we jump in, and ta-da, I'm in the quest! Look how easy that was. It's funny because the video I planned on making initially just now was, I was going to say, for your last team, since you can make like 6 teams, just have an empty slot, and then do trial and error and see what you can and can't use. But that makes it a lot easier. I'm mad that I had no clue that it was that easy. Like, this entire time I was so frustrated every time I tried to do a restricted quest and it didn't work. But here I was, it was one button away. And it's funny, even last week I was saying, why can't there be just a button that says what I can and can't use? But again, because I don't speak Japanese, a game like this can get very confusing. But either way, that, folks, is how you do a restricted quest. Now, the beautiful part about restricted quests and why you want to do them is, number one, I think they're a bit easier because they're restricted and you can't use your standard teams. And two, because they're different and have these restrictions, when you complete them, you actually get 2 gemstones. Now, a whole set, for example. So in this situation, if I beat quest 1, 2, and 3 under this mission, I'm going to get 2 gemstones. If I beat a red one, a red Hunter license card, I get 2 quests, or I get 2 stones. And if I beat the yellow one, I got 2 stones. So every time you beat a set of restricted quests, instead of getting your standard 1, you get 2. And like I said, they're not that difficult. I can't tell if this is a lot easier because it's restricted or what the deal is, but on my first try last night, I got through these really easily. As you can see, I am just freaking mowing down the field. I mean, granted, I am using a pretty decent team right now. We got Medawam, 2,800 damage. We got 6,700 damage, and we got, wow, 10,000 damage times 2 because of freaking Palm, because she's amazing. So yeah, that is how you do restricted quests. So now hopefully next time you see those pesky quests with the exclamation point and don't know how to do them, all you have to do is click that button, which I will show you in a couple seconds again, so we can just do it real fast. And ta-da, that's it. That's another way to get easy stones every single week. And again, usually they update this game on almost a weekly to bi-weekly basis, or bi-monthly basis, so every 2 weeks you get new sets of quests. So on top of the standard easy ones, you get the restricted ones, but hopefully this will help you out on figuring out what you need. Also, I will point out quickly on the Zodiac screen as well, there's another button you can press which shows you what you can and can't use. So let's go ahead and skip past this. There we go. Ta-da! We got our reward. Yeah, level up. And we got, what we got? Did we get some cool stuff? Did we get some cool stuff? Probably not, because it wasn't a hard request. We got those, okay, just bots, whatever. Training bots. So again, if you don't know what you can and can't use, simply go up to any quest down here. You click this button on the right, you click this button on the left, and then when you get taken to the character team setup, it shows you what you can and can't use. Now, by the way, this is going to get really, really confusing, because now when you go back to your team, let's go down here, you're going to notice that it's already automatically set to that, and you're probably going to think, Rhymestyle, where's my team help? Well, I got you. If you click this button in the top right up here, and if you click, I believe it was this one right here, it shows you what's darkened out. In this situation, they darken out the characters you can't use. So if you want your team to come back, like if we go back, actually press OK. If you want the rest of these cards to come back, all you have to do is click this top button, click the one on the right, and then just undarken these bad boys like this, like that. Come on. And then click the middle button, okay, and ta-da, your whole team is back again. And again, to show you on the Zodiac screen as well, if you go back to the gray area, and if you click on this one, was it this one, I think? Yes, the same button is going to be found the green one right here. So it's going to take you to character creation or team setup, and from here you can choose what to add to your team. And ta-da, simple as that. It's funny, it's so complicated, yet it's so simple, and I just found that out in the middle. I promise you, like literally my entire video was supposed to be me sitting and saying, oh, well yeah, to do the restricted teams, just pick one character and then try to enter it. If it says no, then you can't use that character and do trial and error, which will take forever. But this is a lot easier, so yeah. Anyway, so I hope this helps you guys take on the restricted quests. If you have been doing any summons in the past day or so, comment below what you pulled off. And if you have not played this game yet, download it. It is in the Japanese iTunes store as well as Google Play for Android. Just download Cool App, I think that's what it's called, so you can play Japanese games. If you're on an iOS device, simply set up a Japanese iTunes account. It's free, it takes 2 seconds, and then download from the store. It's a lot of fun, and I'm trying to get a lot of people to play it. And if you play it, comment below what your team is or what cards you pulled. I want to see from you guys. And of course, don't forget to use the subreddit, which I will link in the description below. If you have any questions, those guys over there know all their stuff. It's great having that kind of support for the game. I mean, the subreddit is really, really small. It's like 100 people, but they're very active. So any question you have will be answered in a matter of minutes. Well, maybe not minutes, but soon. So use that subreddit to your advantage. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much everything. Let me go ahead and switch my team so I don't actually stick to this one. See, I always use like one of these slots as my restricted slot that always change, but my main team is always going to be this one right here right now. By the way, this is badass. I evolved my Leodio to level 5 in my last video, and he actually has a really good effect. If I actually combine his special attack with Medawim's special attack with Yuppie's boost, he literally does like 150,000 damage for 20 seconds of how long the boost stands, so it's pretty badass. But I'll get more into details on how to like do these crazy effects later. But for now, that is how you do restricted quests, so yeah. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like right below. Again, I want to hear from you guys. So if you got any cool summons, or if you have just whatever, if you want to share your team, comment them below. And other than that, I guess I enjoy the rest of the day. My name is Rhymestyle, and I'll see all you awesome super sandwiches in the comment section below. Peace.